Bonjour, aloha, kaya mabuhay. Hello tasters, hello world. If you're new to my channel, my name is Franz Gabriel. Welcome to my channel, welcome to Luscious Taste, Homemade by Franz. What's up world, it's your girl Franz and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I have another video for you. Last week we made churros. You can click that video, you can check that video up here. There, I think. Today I will not just be making any fries. I will be making fries with a sort of fancy twist to it, I would say. Insert VA's Make It Fancy from Tasty. I like that show. But today we will be kind of doing a super yummy twist on it. And if you have ever been to like, what's that restaurant called again? Like Philly Steak or something? They have amazing cheese fries. I love those cheese fries. But today we are kind of making that, but with a super yummy twist. Now follow me to my kitchen or stay right here because we are going to make mashed potato cheese fries. Come on and let's go. The ingredients you'll need are 2 large potatoes, steamed or boiled, cheddar cheese and Quickmelt cheese, salt and pepper for seasoning, oregano, and cornstarch. The 2 cheeses I use are this queso cheese and this type of cheese. Now let's start making our fries. I am going to take a clean bowl and put in our cut, boiled, or steamed potatoes and then mash it up. You can totally do this with a potato masher, but I'm just using a fork. You can also use other gadgets that you would like you can use the bottom of a cup, or you can use a food processor if you want, a potato masher. I'm just making sure that all of the pieces are nice and mashed so that we don't get much chunks. Okay, this looks good. Now we are going to take the rest of our ingredients and put it into the mashed potatoes and mix them all together. First, let's add in our cornstarch, cheese. I'm gonna also do that very slowly so that it doesn't go. Salt and pepper, I'm going to do at least a small pinch of both. Then pepper. And oregano. At least 1 tablespoon. I'm not putting as much as 1 tablespoon because I don't exactly like the taste of too much oregano, but around that much is fine. That was around a ½ tablespoon, I would say. Oregano gives like a fresh, herby flavor so that it's not all just like buttery, cheesy, potatoey, oily food that you're tasting. You're tasting a little bit of herbs and stuff. Now we are going to mix this up. Don't worry if it looks dry, it'll totally mix up later on. You just have to mix it well enough. And if you want, you can totally go in with your hands. I am now going to switch to my hands because it's a bit hard to mix with the spoon. It's kind of like a dough, to say the least. I have a lot of like potato recipes that are super easy to make. Okay, that looks really good. And now we are going to move on to the next step. The method we are going to do today is we are going to take a plastic bag, so prepare that, and then we are going to put our dough in and then roll it out, and I am going to show you how to do it. I am using a plastic zip bag, but you can of course use any other plastic that you can find, or you can also use parchment paper if you don't have plastic or you don't want to use plastic. I am flipping down the sides of the zip bag so that it's easier to put our dough in, kind of like when you're frosting or anything like that. Okay, now let's start filling our bag up with our dough. Oh. Now I'm placing our dough in this bag, trying to be very steady. Now, I want to release all of the air from here so that when we're rolling it out, it won't accidentally pop. Making sure most of the air is released. And then I'm going to close that up. Just take half of your batter because the full batter is too much for the small bag that I have. But if you have a big plastic bag, you can totally use all of the batter. I'm gonna use my hands to pat it down a bit first though. Now rolling it out. Make sure it's leveled and the bag doesn't like accidentally pop open, releasing a bit of your dough. I'm trying my best to just even it out. Okay, it's even, so now let's cut it out. Now I'm going to cut our plastic bag so that then we can easily cut our dough into strips. And done. And then I'm going to also cut the sides. Okay, I think we are done. Now I'm going to cut our dough in half, making sure not to disturb the top too much. I want to make sure it's even. And then I'm going to cut it here. Make sure you clean your knife in between cuts just so that it doesn't stick like this. I am going to start from the middle. I flipped my dough to be horizontally, facing the east and west. There. And I'm going to cut it in half. Around right there. Yeah. Now I'm going to cut it once more. We are almost done now. Now let's start cooking. Now I'm going to heat up my pan with some oil. Make sure that it's hot so that our dough doesn't stick to the pan. And so that it doesn't like crumble and like go everywhere. Okay. We're not deep frying this, but make sure there's enough to like fry it. Now I'm just gonna let that heat up. In my personal preference, I don't like these fries too crunchy, but if you like them crunchy, you can totally do it. But for me, the crunchiness is too hard and it kind of like doesn't have as much flavor. Okay, I think our oil is hot enough. I'm going to take this very carefully. Okay, I think now I can put in the dough. Basically, what we're doing is cooking the cornstarch and melting the cheese, just so that it's not starchy when you eat it. I'm going to flip the first one. Oh, that color is perfect. You see that? Our fries. I'm so excited to try them out, but one thing before we go to the taste test is that the dough is very delicate, so we ended up cooking it on the stove because the heat of the induction cooker wasn't like fit to cook this, so just a heads up. And if you are going to use a cheese, like try not to use too much soft cheese because then it will end up sticking to the bottom of the pan. Okay, taste test time. I'm going to take a dip in the mayo and ketchup. I don't get why people don't like mayo. Okay, now I am going to take a bite. Cheers! My eyes just went real big there. It's so good. Don't put too much oil when cooking this or it will become oily because it does absorb some oil. And you can drain it on a piece of paper towel after you cook it just so that it removes and releases excess oil. The oregano gives a nice herby flavor to it just so that it doesn't like, it's not all cheese and potatoes, so like it gives that nice balance, you know? And the cheese is always good. McDonald's and Jollibee should add this to their menu, just saying. Thank you all for watching this video until the very end. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the subscribe button and the tiny bell icon to receive notifications of any new videos that I post. Please hit that like button and comment down below any suggestions of what you think I should make next, and I will try to make it happen. Happiness starts in the kitchen. Don't forget to be positive and share love. Thank you for watching. Luscious Days, Homemade by Franz. See you next time in my kitchen. Bye!